Hello.
Hi.
Thank you so much for being here today and for finding time to be here with me and with Goetia before your show, our Hard Rock Cafe. For this interview, we wanted to focus on like your innermost part, on your most emotional part as a band. All related, of course, to your last album and also to your past and to the future of the band. So to start with, Martin sometime mentioned that falling from self-protection into isolation on the song Discordia. Do you feel that isolation can sometimes be more honest than forced connection, when you do a forced connection with someone? That maybe isolating in yourself would be more honest sometimes?
No, I don't agree.
Mm-hmm.
I think you said forced connection, but isolation, I think, is the easy way out. And that's what Discordia is about. Mm-hmm. That, you shield yourself from the world. You only depend on yourself. You don't depend on others. But I think it's taking the easy way. Mm-hmm. It's more brave and more courage. It's more brave to depend on other people. And
I agree.
And be vulnerable.
Maybe you think that sometimes maybe having some time for yourself to then be with others, like not maybe isolation, but like having time for yourself to think and to be with you, only with you, could be also like good, like finding maybe a balance between being where you don't want to be if you are not good, and isolating yourself, like finding a balance.
You mean like go out in the forest and have a little time for yourself?
Time for yourself, do the things you like and not meeting anyone.
Of course, that's important. Yeah, okay, if you refer to that.
But that's not really isolation.
Yeah.
In that sense, that's more
balance.
Yeah.
It's more like getting comfortable with yourself. That's of course an important stage where you find yourself and you're comfortable with being like in your own presence. To be alone with yourself and not be if you. It's important. Yeah, of course. That's hard, but it gets easier with age. Yeah. And after a certain age, you just want to be alone with yourself all the time. Get a grumpy old man.
But you don't want to isolate yourself. You still want to be there with.
Yeah, I guess that's
but you want to recharge, but then to go out and.
That's what happens, right? You go with this. You get very comfortable with yourself, and you get comfortable with your own being, and then after a while, you start to isolate yourself because you just take the easy way out, and then you're a fucking grumpy old man.
Yeah, maybe it's not letting that happen. So that when you reach some point, you don't.
Yeah, I think there's different stages in life, definitely, and different challenges in life. And I think when you're young, that the challenge can be to spend time with yourself, and I had that for sure. It took me many years to relax in my own company. Definitely.
Yeah. Thank you. Regarding like maybe the whole scenario, many progressive bands chase complexity, but SOEN often chase emotional gravity. How do you recognize when a song has like enough weight without adding more notes or more complexity?
I think it always, or as long as I've been in the band, I've been the goal to find a good song that means something, that have the emotional weight, as you put it. And then if I mean, if you add a complex riff, it should be there to enhance the song and to make it more to make more sense of the song, not because we want to show off that we can play weird stuff. That's never been interesting, but the song comes first, and if songs need a straight 4/4 with a simple riff, then that's what we do. So that's the way we think about music. We're not a show-off band in that way. Everybody's extremely skilled musician, but we don't have to. We try to compete with Dream Theater.
Exactly. I think
we're not going to do that.
It's kind of interesting because you have the skill, you have all that. You search on other things than show off. So, like I agree. It's I think that the most like the thing I like the most from you as a band. So, yeah, I agree with that. The first 3 songs of the album, Primal, Mercenary, and Discordia, almost feel like 3 different like emotional states, like of the same conflict. It's like 3 different like states of the same thing. Were they like conceived as a triptych, or the 3 as a group?
But Primal and Mercenary is more a reflection on society. When Discordia is more, I guess, looking into the small world. The Primal, Primal is, I guess, just a comment on today's society where we are isolate ourselves into our phones. So it's I think it's something that bothers us all. You scroll your phone, and you suddenly realize you've been doing it for 2 hours, and you get anxiety, like, what the fuck am I doing here? And Mercenary, I guess, look at the world leaders we choose today. It's crazy.
Yeah, they are like.
Why do we do it? Like a little bit of a question. Why do we do it? Are we too lazy to sort of select leaders that are good for us? Is it easier to just take someone who has all the answers? That's what I'm thinking. To have a strong man that just comes in and like, okay, I will solve this, I will take care. You go back to whatever you do, and I'm gonna make sure you have a great time,
And so the third one, like, it's more about like the inner self, more about like.
Yeah, that's probably more on the topic we were discussing.
Yeah.
This thing that you isolate yourself. Because you think you're going to be stronger, but it's in many ways that's the easy way out. It's what you actually should do is show vulnerability and show that you are able to be dependent on others. That's the strength.
Yeah, it's like the strength, or maybe the world like we choose for ourselves, and the other is like the world we choose as a society. So what way are we
think of
as a society?
Think of this bullshit that Andrew Tate is telling you. Us. Like, a high value woman shouldn't blah blah blah. You do this and that, and you have to be strong. You have to be only dependent on yourself, and that's bullshit.
Yeah,
that's crap.
It's like
it's toxic shit.
Yeah. It's like the same. I think it's like the same coin, but one way or another. Like, they are related to. It's like who I want to be, and all that we receive from the outside, and what we do with that, and what we become as an individual, as a person. I think like there's like a way. From the 2 first songs to the third, it's like all the same, but talking about different topics. So I think it's main.
Yeah.
And a question for you, Joel. Your vocal delivery often sounds maybe in some points of the songs a little bit restrained, even as it's more powerful. So is holding back an artistic choice to make the explosions like hit harder in the song?
Definitely, yeah. I think this, like the whole SOEN, is a lot about dynamics and having the tension and release thing, and that's also something I work a lot with my voice, to keep the voice dynamic and to experience this kind of different emotions. So I usually, I can strain my voice in certain parts to make it sound more desperate and more, I mean, not necessarily like technically perfect, but instead interesting and maybe to provoke some kind of emotion, I think that's what we're trying to find here with this little project.
Yeah, I think it's your voice and also the instruments. It's like they are like doing the same as your voice. They are sometimes restraining themselves to hit harder on the hard parts. So it's like it's like a harmony with the voice and the instrument. So
yeah, I think that's the key. That's what you need. It's yin and yang, or the tension and release, salt and pepper.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. The production of the shows and also of the albums is like, with the sound, it's like massive, but also very intimate at the same time. So what role did Fascination Street Studios play in shaping that like duality of intimacy and
I mean,
power?
That thing always been there for SOEN, so it's nothing that Fascination Street came up with. However, working with Alex, he really gets that and understands us as a band and what we want to do, and he allows us to push it even further. And also he's so musical and easy to work with, and we can speak the same musical language. So it's just effortless, and then he brings like his youth energy and ideas and to push us further and make it as good as possible. So of course he plays a big role in shaping the sounds of the last two albums, but the concept always been there from SOEN. So if that makes sense, it's
it's like
he helps us to make it even clearer and harder and better. Yeah, push the softer parts to be even softer, push the harder part to be even harder, and yeah.
Do you think modern listeners are more afraid of emotional honesty than heaviness on your music?
I don't know how the modern list works. But people that come to our show and people that I mean, obviously they like it, and I know I said this before, but to see like a really tough metalhead dude headbanging and then his eyes is full of tears at the same time, that's a quite normal sight for us, and
that's beautiful.
Yeah, that's fantastic. It's so beautiful.
Yeah, I think like I like the same both, but maybe people you congregate like two different types of people, and maybe the people who comes for seeking an emotional song also enjoys the heaviest stuff. So it's like maybe I
remember early on in the band, and we quite often this happened. You had someone coming up that's telling us, I only listen to pop music, but I also listen to you guys. at the same time we had people saying, I only listen to black metal, but I also listen to you guys. So we had this like coming from the different sides, meeting in the middle, agreeing on us because we have heavy and soft, and so.
Yeah, I think we want to show that you can be a man, you can be like even a stereotypical man, but you can still show feelings, and that's okay. Like, you know, it's at least that's like how we act in the bus with other bands, and we don't buy into that alpha male shit, you know.
Yeah.
Trying to be tough and hard all the time. That's because that's
not fun for anybody.
Yeah, it's just a game. It's a silly game. But so the best thing is when you know, when you see a metalhead, tough guy, tattoos, you know, big guy that cries to a song like The Words or something. That's fantastic.
Yeah, I think it's like very, very powerful thing, like a tough man, like crying or.
Yeah, it takes courage.
Yeah.
So there we are with courage again. Yeah.
Many fans describe SOEN as comfort music, despite its darkness. How do you feel about this paradox? It's.
I think it's the way we try to project positiveness and light in all these melancholic, dark themes. So it's never about that everything goes to hell and we could just die. It's the opposite. It's more, okay, it's going to hell, but we can do something about it. So it's that kind of positive spirit. I hope that gives some kind of comfort. I like that more. And we're not doom and gloom as people. Like, we don't sit around in the bus in melancholy. We laugh a lot. We have a lot of fun, and we joke.
Yeah, and when you are on a show and you see like, I think it's this like contrast of people like maybe doing pogos or doing headbang, and also like feeling the lyrics and feeling the melancholic parts, also with this positive message. It's like it's maybe expressing all these emotions with understanding or with tears, but also with energy. And I think like the contrast it's very powerful. It's very, very, very nice. Yeah.
And to me, melancholy has always been comfort as well. It makes me feel good. Happy.
Laughing at the sad people in the film.
No, I listen to melancholic music and I feel good. I feel good. Unless I'm depressed.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you're depressed, then you don't do it. Yeah. Advice, kids.
Don't be depressed.
Don't be depressed.
Yeah, the messages are often like this. So don't be sad. Be depressed. Okay.
But if you do, don't listen to us.
Exactly. Changing of subject. Progressive metal audiences tend to be like very analytical and like very technical. When you write the lyrics on when you are composing the music, do you write from the mind, from the gut, from the heart at first? Where does it come from? Like the first things when you compose?
Gut.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Emotions first.
And then we go through what we have and what connects with us instinctively, not logically or but what feels right.
And then you try to shape.
Yeah, and then you use that, like, okay, do I feel something? Do I get any goosebumps listen to this, or you're searching for something that you connect with, and you run with that. Not the one that this should be great because on the none of that. Because then you might go wrong quite fast, I think.
Yeah.
There is a forum for that too. It's called Lars Free Jazz Excursion number 13H. Because he has double degrees from Royal Music Academy in Sweden. He writes shitty music.
Thank you, Joe.
With some credit, yeah.
Well, you sing shitty opera on your free time, so
I do. And my kids tell me too. Yeah.
Shut up.
They say, it sounds shit when you sing opera, daddy.
Next album is gonna be shitty music.
Well,
maybe we just, one of these like Prince did when he was getting out of the label.
Oh yeah, just making weird.
So we used like free jazz and opera excursions.
Yeah.
Just like mixed up.
You can change.
25-minute long songs.
You can try.
He plays saxophone, which is just what you call a spräcka.
Yeah. Free form jazz saxophone with opera singing on top.
Yeah.
Double bass and Latin percussion. I think we got.
Oh my god, it's gonna be huge.
You can try one song. And the next time.
But that song will be a full album, so it's like it's a full cast for that.
Talking with of this kind of related, after 7 albums, what still feels like unresolved or unexplored in SOEN sound?
Opera, freeform jazz. What's left to explore? It's hard to know.
Yeah.
Some genres or some stuff you want to talk about, or
no, but it's always coincidences. Martin got his 7-string guitar back. So he was lying in his home, and then he started degenting on it.
Yeah.
Because he didn't have anything, or like oh cool, here's my okay. I think that's how you explore music. You kind of, it's coincidental. Yeah. Play around with something, you hear something that inspires you, and then you run with it.
It's like on the momentum, maybe, like you're feeling that what you want to explore, like at the time you start composing.
Yeah, I think it has to come from joy and playfulness. You gotta play to create good music. I don't think it gets so good when you plan it like this is what we're gonna do. It's not.
And you have something like mind, like the 7-string guitar of Martin, or something that you want to explore.
Reliance is full of it.
Yeah.
Reliance is full of it. It's a lot of 7-string guitar and a lot of like way lower tuning than we ever did before.
And the truth is, Martin got a 7-string guitar back or something, and there it was, and he started riffing on it. So I think, it's not always such a beautiful, intelligent, explanation. It's
maybe when you are in the studio next time, you will find out, no?
Exactly. That's a lot of stuff happens when you play around in the studio. Like Fascination Street, great. It's like it's a small studio in Örebro. It's outskirts of Sweden, in an industrial area. You live there, in that house in Fascination Street, and you do nothing else than record music. And that's when these kind of things happen. You try stuff and you play around, and then you find something cool. So that's a good place to be, because there's nothing else to do in Fascination Street. than to record really good music. Sorry, Jens.
You started like sometimes when you entered like the studio, some album, and you enter with like maybe an idea of what you wanted to do, and then do another stuff completely different or very different. It happened sometime to you.
Yeah, it happened. It wasn't Velikor a little bit like that?
Yeah, Velikor was a little bit like that, but otherwise most of it was planned. I mean, the pre-productions were like music-wise, form-wise, pretty similar to what you hear on an album. But of course, things get changed, and Alex come in with his ideas and stuff like that. So, but it's not like we write in the studio that way. It's not like old school, like you go in empty-handed and come out with a masterpiece. That's not how it's.
Is this one what happened here?
Sometimes SOEN albums tend to age well rather than shock like immediately. Do you worry about first impressions, or do you trust like the long-term connection with the audience, with the listeners?
I do think that the new albums, especially Reliance, is more accessible in terms of that you know it's easier to access from the start, but then you can really go into depth and find very interesting details in the album. And I like that.
Definitely.
Yeah, I mean, well-written music that is...
And you can't worry about our audience's first impression. Like, because then, I mean, you shouldn't put out an album thinking about their first impression. Like, that's no point in doing that. So in that terms, I think the long term is way more important. Because you know how it is yourself. The first impression of a new album of an artist you really like, sometimes you don't get it, and like, oh, what is it? And then it takes some time and start to love it, and it's a human thing too, and you should not be so scared of that.
Yeah, I think we are more into experience music rather than solving a puzzle thing nowadays.
I think it's related to the emotional part. Like, you put your emotion first, then all the technical stuff. It's like what it comes next. So it will come next. The people will connect. So it's more like connecting with the emotion, with exploring with some deep sound and lyrics and regarding with first impressions and that. Yeah. And has like touring previous albums changed the way you now write the songs intended for live setting, or?
Yeah, it's always there. Like, you get inspired a lot by the touring, and you feel. I think we were talking about that really earlier. That Mercenary was one of the first songs, and it just felt like, okay, this is gonna sound amazing live. We come from above, and that riff, yeah. Of course, it's there. Since it's such a big part of our lives to play live, so of course it affects the songwriting.
And finally, the last question, regarding like to the future, what does SOEN need to learn or unlearn to continue evolving beyond this album?
A lot.
Is it doing? I mean, we can't think too intellectually about it, because then it loses some kind of core value to what we do. It needs to be fun and exciting, and if it starts to be too much, like we can't do this because we need to do that because now they are doing that, and now they, then you lose something, something that we want to do. So, but who knows what the next thing gonna be? Maybe it will be that free just weird thing, or maybe it will be, continue on the same trajectory that we already are. Who knows?
Mm.
Yeah. Well, what do you want to learn or relearn or unlearn?
Like 2 cliches, but
Okay.
you're never fully learned with music.
No.
You can't be. And then the Miles Davis quote, you gotta learn it and then unlearn it. So that's what we unlearn. Learn your craft and then forget about it. So maybe this is what we should do.
So that's it. Thank you so much. I enjoyed a lot the interview, and I hope we see each other next time maybe on the show on September at the Pro.